It's the sad hangout.
Now that we see some people, I'm going to do an official intro.
All right.
What's up, everybody? Welcome
Woo!
to the last sad hang of the year. We're going to be chilling. We're going to be talking however we want to talk about, whatever we want to talk about. We're going to be adding some of our fans into the video so we can meet you better, so you can talk to us. We can, like, chop it up. And I'm excited. We've never done this before, like, with the video thing.
Nope. I'm super happy to do this.
Should we just keep talking or should we go right into it? Because I know Chaz is here and he was one of the people that's going to be added.
Yeah, come on in, Uncle Chaz Blitz.
I'm about to send an invite. So check your email.
Who else is here? Who are the other three people? Show yourself. Amber. What's up, Amber?
Okay, I'm sending the link. I'm sending it now.
Wayne.
Hi, Amber.
Yeah.
Hi, Wayne. What's going on, people? How's everybody's holiday season going? Chaz, we sent you the link, so check your email, and you should be able to... Hey, James is here. We got the crew coming in.
What do you guys want to talk about? We got some new ideas for things coming, and then we also wanted to talk about, like, movies, like music movies, if we had time to watch those as well. I started compiling a list of possible ones. We started thinking about reacting to stuff too as well, like songs that we already know that you know that are huge, and just revisiting them, calling them like reaction reviews too. Yeah, so we have a whole bunch of ideas of things to do besides just reaction videos, and of course our wonderful Music Maniacs podcast. We'll still be doing that, but we just had some new ideas, more music content too, some of our music things that we want to share with you guys.
Yeah, so we might not be doing reactions every single day in the new year because we want to be kind of like branching out and doing like some more different kinds of things, and doing the reaction every day ends up being like a full-time job by itself. We're still obviously going to be doing them. We're doing all the live streams and things that we usually do, but we're definitely trying to expand a little more, and then obviously put out more of our own music that will, like Sifa was just talking about. So that's really exciting. So we're going to have a bunch of like other like different stuff going on in the year, because we don't want to just be reactions. Like we're all about music, like all factions of it, you know what I mean? Like we want to do more things, as much as possible. Okay, well, let me make sure I got your email right, because I sent it to the email that you confirmed. Technical difficulties.
Standing in the shadows.
It's part of the process. Yeah, we probably should have tested this before. But okay, hold on. I mean, let us know if you do get the link. Should we send one to Bart too and see who gets here first? Bart, are you ready? Can we send you a link or let us know? I'm nervous.
Let's hear some mood music. But I feel like being a DJ.
Say what? Try to get it so you can actually see that it's me.
It's not you.
It's somebody slightly off camera.
Exactly.
Can you hear the bass?
I can hear it.
Is it too loud, guys? I don't know how it sounds on your end at all.
It's not loud at all.
Okay, cool. Bart, we're gonna send you the link on to your email, okay? You ever see Coming to America, that scene where he's like singing, he's like, I'm in love, blah blah blah, and then like people are like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That was how I felt. That was how I felt about an hour ago. Somebody was outside of my window singing Feliz Navidad at like the top of their lungs. And like I was like, shut the fuck up, but then I was like, man, I'm such a Scrooge right now. This guy's just trying to spread holiday cheer, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Oh, okay, Bart just got the StreamYard link now. Oh, looks like, okay, Bart is here. You ready?
Woo, yeah. Let's bring him in. Bring him in.
We're going to add Bart to the stream. Everybody make some noise for Bart.
Woo.
Hey.
What's going on?
Am I the only one in here?
As of now, we're gonna talk to you, and then after we'll add somebody else so we get like, one-on-one.
Oh, that's how we're doing this. Okay.
I think so. I mean,
well,
anybody?
I have to tell you, when you told me I was your first guest, I immediately saw the Tonight Show or one of those shows where the guest comes out and then you were going to ask me questions. I have a hard time making context of text at times.
I totally get that. I feel like people send me texts all the time, and I think they mean one thing, and I'll respond, and they're like, what are you talking about?
That's the way it goes.
I feel like Letterman. What is that? It's like, my next guest needs no introduction. Everybody welcome. But yeah, no, this is so fun. This is so cool to actually like see you because obviously we exchange messages over text all the time.
All the time.
Yes, we do. Probably more than you would like.
No.
No.
We say all the time. It's like we can't believe that anybody even like wants to like watch this stuff that we're doing. Like the
I know.
fact
we're
that
all,
anybody like enjoys it is just like so cool to us.
yeah. We're all connected here in Sad Land.
It's cool to us too, because you play the music that your patrons want to hear, and you put it up for a vote. And I love that about your channel, and your reactions. They're just so spot on. So this is a joy for us, and I think I speak for a lot of people here in that.
Aww.
Oh, thanks so much. Well, it's funny the way that it worked out with like the polls and the people voting, because it's like if you're talking about a reaction, it's like we don't know what we don't know, right? So somebody's got to be like, hey, this is something that you need to watch, or it's like we can't just pick random things like, oh, I've never heard of this artist, I'm just gonna do this song. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just more fun this way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was so glad to hear you just a little bit ago talk about all the different types of music you like to hear, because I'm really dropping one on you for my January selection.
Okay.
And it's a fairly well-known song from the 30s, but performed by a unique band.
Oh,
So
man.
I saw when you sent the link, I saw like I clicked it. Just I didn't listen to any of it, but I just like saw the first, like the pause screen. And I was like, oh, okay, interesting. So yeah, no, we have it on the list. I'm very excited to see how that goes down.
I'm excited about it. I actually have a vacation planned in 2 years to go and see them.
Oh wow,
man.
where at?
Well, if I say that, I'll give it away.
Oh.
Okay, we got to keep it low key.
I'll make the comment once you put the video up where I will be going to see them. And it's a long way from my home, but it's still in the U.S.
Okay.
Okay. I was going to say that narrows it down, but not really. The U.S. is so huge. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy when you think about how big it is.
Sifa,
Yeah.
has Dan been practicing any instruments lately?
I don't know. Oh, the guitar.
Well,
you're like
to be fair, we haven't
mean
actually
the
seen
fiddle?
each other in person. We haven't seen
That's
each other
true.
in person in a little while, Sifa and I, because she's been out of town, then I've been out of town, and then, you know what I mean, or vice versa, or whatever. So, but I see where you're getting at.
Is this the violin?
Now, the next question I have, was that thing fit to play at all?
I mean, it works.
I didn't spend a lot of money on that.
Oh, I mean, come on. I mean, I couldn't believe it. Okay, so we can tell the people what happened, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was so funny. So, Bart, first of all, shout out to Bart you sent us also the vinyl of Chicago, which I listened to, Chicago Transit Authority, which I listen to on my turntable over here all the time. And we've listened to it together. It's so great. But anyway, so another package we got from Bart, he was like, oh, it's a holiday thing. And I was like, I have no idea what this is going to be. And I open it and I see a small instrument case. And I'm like, okay, interesting. And then I open it up and it's like a all black like violin, which I think is the coolest kind of violin, all black. I think it looked really cool. And then I was just like mind blown. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I don't know how to play violin. I'm like, I feel like I gotta learn just like to not let this go to waste.
Yeah. Weren't you saying that you think you're gonna use the bow with your guitar? I think that
I
would be
might
cool.
use the bow with the guitar, Jimmy Page style. If something fits into a song, I might use that as well. Because I always thought that was cool. Like the guitar bow, or the violin bow on the guitar strings.
Well, after I sent that, I read some horror stories in comments about how the rosin that comes with the bow doesn't work worth a darn, and that people need to buy a different rosin for the bow, and that at times it came in pieces and people had to put it together.
Oh.
Well,
Did you run
no,
into any of
that
that?
No, that
didn't
happen.
happen to me.
Yeah.
That sucks for those. I'm sorry for those people.
I know, because it looks like it would be fairly easy to come on. It looks like a windshield wiper, right? Kind of. Am I
Yeah.
seeing the same thing? Yeah, right? It would be like a little slide on kind of thing going on.
Yep.
I think it would be really cool to hear some sounds on the guitar with the bow. Otherwise, Dan's gonna have to take some violin lessons. Juilliard is just down the block from his job. I don't understand why he keeps playing around.
They don't accept me. Juilliard didn't accept me. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, happy holidays to you both, and I wish you both continued
Same to you.
success. And I'm certainly looking forward to what you put on the table in the next year.
Thanks, Bart.
Love you both.
Thanks so much,
Love you
Bart.
too.
Love you too. It's so good to meet you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
All right. Well, we will be doing these once a month, the Hangouts. So we're going to be having people in and out of the chat. So this will definitely happen again.
All right.
Later.
All right. You stay well. All right. That was fun. This is so cool.
It's so weird how they word things. They're asking me if I want to kick Bart from the studio. Kick from studio? Ban from studio?
Yeah, that sounds rude.
It does.
That sounds so rude. James, let me get a link sent to you as well. It's gonna come from our email, as Sight After Dark.
I'm getting up.
Oh,
I'm getting up. Somebody in there?
James is here.
Woo!
Guys,
I'm coming.
everybody, drum roll. Paul, I thought you said that you didn't want to be in it because you were going to be in your pajamas or something. Didn't you say it was going to be too late? All right. So we decided we were going to do it at this time a little last minute. So there's going to be more advanced notice next time. But we have James in the waiting room.
Hey!
So everybody, drum roll please, or bass roll.
I'm picking up my guitar. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, I was wondering. I was like, what's going on that's so excited right off screen?
I haven't tuned it, but I brought it to the
right.
show. All right, let's bring him
Without
in.
further ado, here is James.
Woo!
Hey.
Can y'all hear me?
What's going on, buddy?
Yep.
We
Yep.
can
All
hear
right.
you.
Woohoo! Here I am.
What's going
Oh,
on?
this is exciting. What's up?
What's up?
How's the storm over there?
It's just starting.
Okay.
It's just starting. We got a sort of a light dusting, but it's all right.
Okay.
Light dusting. I like that terminology. That's kind of what we're getting here too. It's just really cold. I bet it's a lot colder here than it is where you are, though.
Exactly.
Not as much. It's only like about 17 here, maybe 14.
Oh.
Yep.
Wait, it's like 17
Oh.
or 14 degrees right now?
Yes.
Really? In
Yeah,
Arkansas?
Wait,
And
Celsius
Arkansas,
or
yes.
Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit.
What?
Yes.
That's crazy. It's only like 30 something in New York right now.
Yeah, it's like warm here.
You guys
Warm.
haven't. You guys haven't gotten
43.
it yet. You guys haven't gotten what we've got yet.
No, not at all.
Oh, it's on its way though.
Oh
It's
my
on its way, though.
gosh.
All right, let's go. I'm ready for it.
January.
That storm got shit on us. I say that until my apartment floods.
This is for Joe. This is for Joe.
Oh man.
Okay, that's for Joe.
Shut up. That's so funny. This is so fun. It's so,
Hell
like
yeah.
we were just saying with Bart, like, we've chatted, so much, and obviously you've sent us songs, and, we've talked in comments and text, but to actually be able to do this is, like, such a different level of, like, actually getting to meet each other. Like, this is so
I
fun.
know.
I love the interaction, being able to talk back and forth, and yeah, it's just great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What mic are you using? It sounds so smooth. It sounds like you're giving me like air traffic control or something like
Really?
that, right?
Is that what
Yeah,
it
it
is?
sounds.
Wow.
Yeah, it
All
sounds really smooth.
Now trafficking.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, we need to get some of those for ourselves.
Exactly, right? It sounds great.
Like, here we go.
I don't know what
Sorry,
brand
After
these
Dark,
are.
now reacting to.
I don't know what brand these are. I got them on clearance. I don't know what it was.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I need to go to the spot. What
I'm
you
loving
call it? So how's your holiday stuff going? How's your holiday countdown going?
It's going. It's trying to brave the weather. That's the main thing right now.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's been really smooth.
Okay.
Really been enjoying it. Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, man.
What you got
You
back
said
there? Your
dusting.
room is entrancing me.
Oh, some
Those are my
records.
records back there. That's my Elvis record back there.
Oh man.
That's my Elvis Burning Love record, and then here's my Led Zeppelin box set.
Oh man.
All
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Oh, how many? Is that all vinyls? How many vinyls are in that?
Oh, that right there? No, this is a CD set.
Okay.
This is a CD
Oh
set.
shit, that's
Here.
giant. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a CD set.
Okay,
It's
that
4
makes
CDs.
sense. I,
It's only 4 CDs. But I do
yeah.
have
Oh,
the-
I remember
I do
when
have
they
the
came
Frank-
out with that.
I do have the Frank Zappa Beat the Boots box, though.
Whoa.
Yeah. Where's it at? There it is. The Frank Zappa Beat the Boots box.
Holy shit.
Limited
He's had.
edition. That,
It's so hard. Well, especially you guys know this as you followed, like probably I guess our reaction journey, whatever. But Zappa has put out so much in his life, and obviously after he died, you know the Zappa Family Trust has been putting things out. I have no idea all the stuff that like I didn't even know that exists. The one that you just showed us. Like, is that just
No.
like?
Yeah.
Is that,
Well, this is actually the second box. This was Frank Zappa's attempt to try to foil the bootleggers. He got Rhino Records.
oh.
What he did was he got Rhino Records to officially release 8 bootlegs. Just pick them out. Just pick out whatever bootlegs you want, and release them in one of these
Interesting.
box sets. This is the second one here,
wow.
and just release them in vinyl, CD, cassette, all different versions.
It is so crazy how he's been gone for a while, but there's just so much that it's like it's still like a full product line. You know what I mean? Like just
Yeah,
from a
I know.
business
Well-
sense, it's crazy.
Well, I mean, the vault was just so huge, and it was so full of so much stuff that was unreleased that they're
Yeah.
just finding new stuff that they're just constantly churning out. There's a
That's
brand new one that's
insane.
coming out that's of like alternate versions of the Waka Jawaka and Grand Wazoo albums, all in one set.
Oh wow.
That's insane.
No, yeah, it is insane.
Frank
Is he
is
putting
the
out
Star Wars
a new version of Shake Your
musicians.
Yeah, shake your booty.
No.
That's
That's a
funny.
great album.
Well, we'll be
Well, it's-
reviewing that album.
Maybe. Last time I checked, it was literally 50-50. It was Rolling Stones or Zappa. 50-50.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
anybody watching this, if you haven't voted yet, you could be the tiebreaker.
All right. Yeah. All right. That's good to know.
There it is.
So, oh wait, Amber, were you trying to get into? Hold on. Sorry. We'll
about
send you
this
the
one?
link after.
Yeah.
Hey,
Ooh.
talking
oh.
about this one?
Is that still in the
In the
wrapping
plastic.
and everything?
Well, no, it's a plastic. I mean, it's on the plastic. It's got a plastic sleeve.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That literally looked like like a collect like action figures or like comic books. You know how you're not supposed to open it?
Yeah.
Right. Well,
I
it's
thought it was like
it's the
that.
same, well, it's the same kind of sleeve, you know.
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah,
untape them.
same thing. It's a vinyl sleeve.
Oh yeah. I have some comics here. They have nothing to do with albums, but you know,
I have the Frank Zappa comic down there
I
somewhere.
have Wonder Woman one.
Oh, sweet.
It has nothing to do with music, but it's like, oh, you mentioned comic sleeves. I'm like, let me just reach for one. Frank Zappa
didn't know about
is
Wonder
the
Woman
Star
Back in the
Wars.
late '80s, they did release a Frank Zappa comic book.
They should. I was gonna say
It was
he's like the
released on-
Star Wars of himself.
Released
You know,
through,
he just keeps going.
released through Rock and Roll Comics. They did a line of different bands and
Oh man.
performers. Yeah,
Let me guess. They did Kiss.
probably.
Yeah, of course.
I know they did Aerosmith because I've got the Aerosmith one.
Oh, that would be so cool.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I could. I could see Steven Tyler being drawn. That would be pretty awesome.
Yep.
Who else? I'm trying to think what other band would have like a sick comic book if they made one. I feel like
I think the Beatles will have a cool one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would remind me of some type of Scooby Doo mixed with something else. Scooby Doo mixed with something, you know,
Like they're
more
solving
adventurous.
mysteries?
Yeah, they're solving some type of mystery, but it's also still adventurous. You know, not making them seem like they're silly or something.
Interesting. Oh, BOC would have a cool comic book.
BOC would have a cool one. Black Sabbath would have a cool one.
Oh, ICP? Wow, that would be intense.
That would Insane Clown Posse.
Insane. Wait,
That would be insane.
we call it Insane Comic Posse.
There you go. There you go.
ICP. That's what it's all about.
ICP.
You know what I mean?
Insane Comic. The Insane Comic Posse. There you go.
The
Iron
ICP,
Maiden
ICP,
would-
you give me your
everybody.
take.
Yeah. Who else? Iron Maiden, of course, would have one
Yes.
if they don't have one already. Man, there would be such cool ones. I wish I drew more often. I would definitely make little comic stories about different artists.
Yeah, if you
I'll
guys
take
go
my
to
time.
Sifa draws all of our art.
Yeah, I wish I drew more.
Did you do the
But-
background?
Yeah,
Did you do this background? Oh, that's nice.
yeah. The logos, all the all of our artwork I do. So now I only do it like when I have to do it for Sight After Dark. Before it used to be a hobby. Now it's a job. I'm just kidding.
Well, it's nice to get some of that sweet coin for it.
Yeah, yeah. One of these days.
One of these days.
I was gonna say, you got coin? Shit. Nah. Obviously, things are fun. Things are progressing, but it's just so cool. Like I don't know. It's just the whole thing. Like that this is even happening is so crazy to us. Like we never thought
Yeah, it is.
any of this would ever happen.
I know.
Well, you guys are just so fun. That's what it is. I mean, you guys keep it real. That's the reason why I love it.
Aww.
You know, and you guys
We definitely try.
and you guys got the chops. So there you go.
Thanks, man.
It
And I
you
love
know, it's
and I love those records that you guys sent out too. Those were nice. Those were cool.
oh yeah. Did they sound good?
Yeah.
Did they sound good when you played it?
They sounded pretty good. You know, like they were cut straight to the vinyl.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it has a few crackles, a few pops, but it was
Right.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I
And
haven't
mean,
listened
but-
to it.
Yeah, but they really sort of a lo-fi. They really sort of a lo-fi thing to it, but it's nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I appreciate
Well,
that.
glad
That
you
sounds
like
really
it.
honest. Yeah, that sounds really like an honest interpretation of how it sounded. Because I haven't heard it yet. I just I took mine out of the box finally, and actually
Yeah.
like looked at the vinyl. But I don't have a vinyl. I don't have a record player.
Ah,
I'm gonna get
I
one,
do.
but I've been collecting records, and I don't have a record player. We used to have one in this house, of course, years and years ago, and Dan has one. But lately, since I've been buying my own vinyls, or getting them, I haven't gotten one.
Ah.
So
I'm the
go
vinyl
to
house.
Walmart, get one for $20.
yeah, they come really cheap now.
Yeah.
Well, they need to build a Walmart in the city first. I think the closest Walmart is probably in Jersey, right?
Yeah, or there's one in Queens, like the Queens
I didn't
Long
know that.
Island border. There's one back, and it's back here. Yeah, this way.
You ever spend
Um,
any time in NYC, James?
I've never been to NYC.
Oh shit!
I've always been to the, you know, I've been, I lived for a few years on the West Coast, but I've never been to the East Coast.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Where in the
Yeah.
West
Oh,
Coast
shit.
were you?
I was in, I was stationed in San Diego,
Okay.
and been up and down the coast.
Navy, right?
That's about it. Yes. Yes.
I thought it
Thanks
was
for your
pronounced San Diego.
San Diego. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say what he said it meant, but
Which is Spanish for
for a whale's
a certain body part of a whale.
body part.
What a
Body part of
classic!
a whale. Yeah, it is.
Oh man,
yeah.
that's so funny.
But yeah,
Wh-
yeah, we did skip over that. Sorry, James. Thank you for your service in the Navy. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's
Uh-huh.
been, yeah, it was a while ago, but yeah, I was there for 4 years. Yeah.
It's
I'm always
more than me.
fascinated by the armed service. Yeah, I'm always fascinated. Like, I'll stare at people's pictures, like my uncles and stuff like that. Their army pictures and the uniform,
Yeah.
and I'm just staring. I'm just, you just try to think of like everything from like the training to like flying over, trying to live through somebody's eyes. Like, I wonder what they saw, their first country, or how they
Yeah.
feel and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I was stationed on a carrier, so it was just all nothing but airplanes that were
Okay.
on it,
Wow.
and, yeah.
How many people? Not to get too deep into this because we do want to bring some other people on. But how many people are living on the aircraft carrier at a time? Like how many thousands of people?
At my time, it was about 2,000.
Okay.
I mean that's crazy. I mean that's a small town.
Yeah.
I mean that's
It was a city. I mean, it was a
Yeah.
it was a community. It was, everybody. Yeah, it was like a small little city. That's what it was. Because
Yeah, I'm sure
you
sorry.
only see about you if you like looked at the top, you would only see like about maybe 5% of the whole population that actually lived on the ship. 'Cause,
Right,
I mean,
right.
below decks is just, that's its own little underground dwelling down there. So
Yeah. It's so crazy the way that the bases, everything are set up because there's so much involved. I have a friend, he's in the Army. He's actually stationed at Qatar right now. And This is real quick story. This is funny because I was texting. So he's Moroccan, and when Morocco was doing well in the World Cup, I was like, "Let's go Morocco! I want them to win! Yeah, yeah, yeah!" And he was like, "I was like, where are you guys at?" He was like, "I'm in Qatar right now," and I thought he meant he was at the World Cup. But he was actually stationed in Qatar, and I was joking around, and I was like, "How much booze did you sneak in?" And he was like, "Well, there's 2 bars on base, so."
Why sneak
like,
anything in? Yeah, no.
Oops.
Yeah,
I'm like, well, that joke did not work.
yeah.
But hey, you know you hit some and you miss some. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But yes, thanks again so much for being here. Like we were saying, Bart, we're gonna be doing these. I think what we're gonna do once a month with everybody, but only the certain tiers. We're gonna have the video chats in because if we did this with everybody, it would just be too many people. There's only so much time.
Absolutely.
Like,
Exactly.
but
Right.
But no, seriously, thanks again for being here. I'm so glad we got to meet you. I want to say face to face, but it's not.
I'm glad we got to do this. I'm glad you guys set this up. I'm glad you guys set this up. I hope next month I'm able to get to it again.
Yeah,
Awesome.
me too. Definitely.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, well, we can't wait to see you.
All
right, man.
Later,
All right, y'all.
James.
Take
Peace. Bye. Yeah, man.
That was fun. This
In
is
5th grade, yeah, we went to the Intrepid on that aircraft carrier that's over there in Midtown on the West Side Highway. So we got to see how the sailors live. We got to go downstairs, go into their bunks because now it's a museum. So we got to walk into their bunks, touch the radios that are downstairs, look in the periscope and stuff like that. All of that was crazy. So yeah, it's pretty amazing how they live down there. And I was like, so now every time I watch a movie, an old school movie with a ship and stuff, I'm like, yep, that's how it feels.
I was there. Amber, I'm gonna send you a link. If you're down to be in the stream, I'm sending it to you.
To be in the stream. Just
like you were saying, the ship that he was on is now a museum.
Oh yeah?
Damn, I wish you had a bass over there so that we could switch, and then you play bass now, and then I play guitar.
Well, I could just hand it over to you.
I mean, if somebody didn't have to be left-handed. I wish I was left-handed sometimes. Is it annoying, actually?
No.
Because how everything is built for right-handed people and shit?
No, I always actually just figured it out. I don't know. I just feel like at some point in my life, I must have been some type of a rat or something like that. Because I will burrow through any hole. I will figure anything out. I'm like, I don't know. I just have to figure it out. And I don't even remember this, but, my grandmother is Latin. So, that culture, Latin, left literally means sinistra in Latin. So it's like when you wrote with your left hand in Latin culture, that was seen as a bad thing. So as a baby, I always picked up the pencil or whatever with my left hand, and my grandmother tried to beat it out of me almost. And my mom was like, you fought her the whole way. You would just go back to your left hand you wouldn't even. And I have no memory of that whatsoever. So I must have really just wanted to be a left-handed person. But I don't feel like any type of inhibition trying to do anything right-handed. It just seems like it's just natural. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like left-handed scissors or desks. I just work better with right-handed scissors in my left hand and writing on a right-handed desk with my left hand.
Interesting. That's kind of like how Hendrix used the right-handed guitar but restrung, but then he played it left-handed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about, because when I got my first guitar and I was going to take lessons, I was playing it right-handed. And then as I'm playing and learning certain chords and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'm left-handed. And they were like, what? And they were like, well, why'd you buy a right-handed guitar? And I was like, it doesn't matter. And they were like, no, if you're left-handed, you should play left-handed.
You need a different guitar, yeah.
I was like, oh, well, I mean, you're just so used to figuring things out right-handed. So I was just like, oh, yeah, I'll just play right-handed.
So Amber says she forgot that her front-facing camera is broken.
No.
She said, if my screen is a little busted, should I just pass for now? I mean, we're down to bring you in if you're down to be on. I mean...
Exactly.
All we need is to go ahead from you. If you're down, we're down. And then we'll do this again. So it's not like this will be the only chance to like, you know what I mean? Like, if you want it, we're here.
That's right, Amber. Amber. Amber.
Okay, well, she said Amber will be home in like 10 minutes, so we'll wait for Amber. But in the meantime, I think I'm gonna switch to guitar as well. I'll be back, guys.
We gotta see you, Amber. See you, Amber. See you, Amber. Amber. Gotta get into the pocket of it.
Okay, everybody say hello to my guitar. Her name is Stacy.
Stacy's mom.
This is a Gibson Les Paul Studio. Gibson, right? Look at that shit. I've had this guitar since I was like 12. I bought it with my bar mitzvah money.
Oh.
And that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. And I don't remember why I called it Stacy. I think I just looked at it and I was like, Stacy. There's no like deep meaning behind it. I just like, it looked like a Stacy to me. I don't know.
Well, my guitar's name is Dragon Fang.
That's such a cooler name.
And I said, this looks like a dragon's fang.
That's such a cooler name.
No, it's just the weirdest thing. Like, when I was, I like to read about, like, old mythology and old, like, ancient books and stuff like that. So I've read, like, everybody's historic religions book and all these, everything, right, that has to do with Earth and world and everything like that. So I'm, like, reading up on, like, Thor's mythology and stuff like that. And apparently, the lady that's with him in the cartoons, her name is, like, they call her Sif or Sifa, like it's like the lady Sif or Sifa sometimes. So I was like, this is the weirdest thing ever, because I'm not, like, the only European I'm mixed with is Portuguese, and that's pretty dark, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not mixed with, like, you know, lighter Europeans and stuff like that. So I was like, that's really odd that, like, that's the same name. And then, like, my birth date is the same date in North mythology that Odin hung himself on the tree. So I was like, this is the weirdest thing. So I was like, well, you know, the lady Sif, her sword was called Dragon Fang. So I was like, okay, well then I'm just gonna name my guitar Dragon Fang. Like, that's the only reason why.
So what you're saying is that you are the reincarnation of Odin. That's what I'm hearing. Odin dies, you just happen to be born right after? Coincidence?
Same day.
Coincidence? I don't know.
Like, talk to Marvel. Talk to them.
Talk to... Wait. So that's what it was in the actual... in the Norse mythology, not in just the comic books and shit.
Exactly, not in the comic books. So it's like Sif or Sifa, and that's like because it's like Thor travels with like 3 other little warriors, right? And they're in the comics too. Like, it's the other 3, and it's the 2 guys and the 1 lady, and the lady's name is Sif or Sifa or however they pronounce it. And I was like, that's crazy.
Whoa, yeah,
because it's not even the same language. Like, my name is like Arabic.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I was like, this is odd.
I guess there's only so many sounds that a mouth can make, you know what I mean? Like,
that's true. That
is really cool, though. I remember you telling me that story, and me being kind of mind blown.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's so odd. I was just like, all right, well, I've never been in Norway, but I guess I'm going. I guess I need some chocolates and some cheese.
Is that what they do? They do chocolates?
I believe so. I mean, Norwegian, I know it's Belgium. I think there's a Norwegian chocolate. Guys, fill us in, especially those of you closer to the Norwegian border than we are. But I know it's Belgium, Swiss, Germany. Gotta be Norway with some chocolates. I know they're really fish people too, but it's hard for me to assume that they do fish the way I like it over here. So...
sushi.
Exactly. No bait for me.
You better not cook that shit.
It's not Gwar, but it's that guy from that Norwegian band.
What are you talking about? Wait, what? What?
I'm thinking of the Norwegian metal bands. Like, what's that Norwegian metal band? And then that guy, he was in that interview, and he was talking about how much he hates Christians, and how Norway wasn't even a Christian country, and like they burned the Christian churches down in Norway. He's from some Norwegian metal band, man, and they were like, "Who gives you this power? Like, how are you able to do that?" And he was just like, "Satan." And it was just mad funny.
Good for him, I guess.
Good for him. I swear, I just watched, like, they just showed a clip of the interview on something else that I was watching on Rock Feed the other day, and I'm trying to figure out who this band is.
Paul, there's only one way to know if we'll understand your accent, you know what I mean? You just gotta hop in.
Hop on in, Paul, and let's see. Maybe Mayhem.
Paul says the Swiss chocolate is the most famous.
It's the most famous. I might listen to them tonight. Did I tell you I was trying to figure out the this is back in Texas, and this was like in the springtime, and I was trying to figure out the streaming settings and all that stuff like that. So I'm going through it, testing it, and then I click on YouTube, and they have this repetition of Breathe by Pink Floyd, and
for like
it's just,
hours, right?
Yeah, it was just for hours and hours, and I didn't even realize that it just kept going and going, but it was like just what I needed. And I started reading the comments, and they were like, people were like, "This is not an insult, bro. I just had the best REM sleep of my life with this. Like, so good." Yeah, still sees not connected.
It's always so interesting. Like, I remember listening to Floyd when I was younger, thinking it must be so, like, the musically must be so, like, complicated. But then I get older and I realize it's really not super musically complicated. It just sounds amazing.
Yeah, I think it's you. It's your connection to the guitar. It's like your soul that goes into it. Because, you know, just like we always say, like, David Gilmour is not, his playing style is not super complicated at all. He's not trying to be like a whole big technical whiz, but it's just like the way he plays. It's like the length of time that he holds a note, or how he strums something. Like, that's what you're feeling more than anything.
Yeah. And he does this thing, he does like a, I don't know if there's a word for it. I know other people do it, but it's almost like a double bend where he go...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he'll do a one bend and then just keep bend, like, do a second bend on top of it, which I always thought was really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Let me do it like this so you guys can see.
Otherwise, it wasn't you playing. I've seen that trick.
I know, it's someone slightly off camera.
Exactly.
It was my roommate. I wish there wasn't a delay so we could actually, like, jam.
Because I feel like I'm playing with you, but not.
I remember one time I tried to sing something on here, and you were like, "You're not on time, but I know what you're trying to do."
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's still not working for Chaz. I don't know if it's gonna happen this time. I'm sorry, buddy, but I hope Amber still wants to hop on. She said she'd be back in like 10. Wait, Amber, where were you at? If you weren't home before, you weren't texting in the car, were you? We don't condone that.
We don't condone it at all. I remember one time I got dressed completely in the car, like with my foot still on the brake, just like slowly taking my foot off the brake, a little bit of park, a little bit. Like, I had to go to a funeral. My friend's grandma died, and we all knew her. Mimo. And she's like classic old Italian lady, and she even, like, they put her in one of the oldest churches in, like, Carroll Gardens. And then, like, I had to go teach a fitness class after. So
Right
I'm, like,
after?
Yes. So I'm like driving through Carroll Gardens. I'm like on Ocean Avenue. I'm like changing into like my black tank top and like my fitness pants like in the car. I'm like, I thought it was an accomplishment actually. I was like, I did it. I couldn't do it on a highway. It has to be in New York streets. You know what I'm saying? Where there's a red light, green light all the time. Like, you know, you're always stopping.
No, don't. Please don't try it on a highway.
Never.
Please don't do that.
I'm doing 100 on the highway. So
I can't drive 55.
55. Why not?
Okay, cool. Amber's confirmed she's not texting while driving. Everybody was very concerned, but we've confirmed. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if you missed. So Chaz is having some trouble with getting on. So whenever you're ready, we're ready.
Yeah, Shoutin' Chuck's here.
Shoutin' Chuck is here.
Woohoo! How are ya?
All right, I'm gonna go back to the bass.
I have tambourines. I have a tambourine here. Anybody feeling Stevie Nickish?
I always think of Robert Plant with the tambourine. And he's like, what do I do when Jimmy's going off? I'm just like, hey.
Sometimes I swear I could see him thinking with that tambourine.
He's
like counting,
waiting.
Go? Exactly. Yeah. And when they say something now in the articles, how, you know, Robert used to talk to Peter about Jimmy's like uber long solos. I'm like, I could see those moments. Like, it's like, hurry up.
Like, still? Really? Yeah, I'm going to switch to the bass, though. Hold on. I'm feeling a little John Paul Jonesy. I don't know why I always feel like the bass is cooler. Maybe just because it's bigger, so you're just kind of like, yeah. You know what I mean?
Didn't know. I mean, I love the light things that you can do with the bass. Like, besides the bass being wonderful because it's so low, I love when people take it up a notch and they're just like, I want to play some light chords.
I feel like it sounds like we're playing two different songs.
I know.
It's just a mashup. I'll let you go off for a while on the instrument, so we're not conflicting with each other.
Oh, I wanted to find a blend somehow somewhere. No, don't put the bass down.
The delay, it's just so complicated. Like, every time I think that it's right, it's like it's not.
No.
Nice fret inlays on the bass. Is that what you're saying, Chuck? I thought it was pretty cool. I got this bass match sheet, actually. You talking about these fret inlays? The Guitar Center in Times Square was closing, so they were doing 50% off and everything. I got this bass for like $250, and it's a Jackson.
Can't believe it's been a year. Has it been a year or more than that? 2 years?
I think it's been 2 years. I know,
yeah,
it's crazy.
Because I remember Dan was like, you gotta go to Guitar Center. They're selling out things. I'm like, I got a guitar.
Amber, let us know if you're having any trouble. Was anyone else on the higher tiers trying to get in? Let us know. Or are we just talking to ourselves?
I'm not talking to you anymore.
Am I just talking to myself? Is that what's happening?
Talk amongst yourselves. How about that?
We got a substitute teacher today, guys. Amber, if you're cool, we're cool. Like, you do what you gotta do. Like, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry for the kids. Yeah, and then after Amber, that might be a good place to sign off because my stomach is starting to kill me. My building management still hasn't fixed my lights.
Now that's annoying. You're not gonna get up there and do it yourself. You should get up. You know
I should.
You should pull a full New York. You should get up there. You should do it yourself. Throw yourself down on the floor. Claim an injury. Say you injured yourself because the landlord took so long to come and get the thing. You're going half blind. You just had your eye surgery. Why would you want to waste your eyes anymore? And you got a case.
That's right. I'm going to sue everybody.
Then all the landlords gang up and you can't ever get a new apartment because they're all like, gang!
That's true.
Gangs of New York. When they were talking about that movie, they were talking about the landlords of New York City.
Shout out to 5 Points.
And by 5 points, we mean Upper East Side, Central Brooklyn, the Bronx, some parts of Staten, and downtown Manhattan.
Hey, Joe, Flo, why are you talking about the Jerky Boys? You know the Jerky Boys?
Yeah.
I know the Jerky Boys. That's so
Weren't they
random.
like, isn't that basically Prank Yankers or something like that?
Yeah, weren't they like the original version of that? Just like super New York?
Yes.
Just fucking with people all the time. You said just sue everybody. Is that what they used to say? Oh, I don't know. I was just going for it. Oh, shit. I think Amber is in. It looks very blurry.
It does. But
But she did say that her camera was broken, so that makes sense.
Okay, all right. But I see her silhouette, I believe.
Should we do it? Guys, are you guys ready?
Are you ready?
Let me make some noise at home if you're ready. I'm sorry, you guys must not have heard me. I said, make some noise at home if you're ready for Amber. Yeah. All right, Amber, you're coming in. Are you ready?
Yes.
Hey, this is funny. It's almost like what am I trying to say? Like, it's almost like a tease almost. It's like you're like, who is the woman behind the curtain? You know what I mean?
I know, and I can't seem to get in the right place on my screen.
Actually, it's kind of looking better now.
Yeah,
Hey!
yeah. You're unblurring slightly.
There's like one of my kids dropped my phone, and it broke a long time ago, and I'm too lazy to go get a new phone.
Yay,
I've been there.
kids!
I've been there.
I've adopted mine, you know?
Yes.
So how are you guys?
We're doing good. The guys are saying that you're behind a shower door, which is hilarious.
It's all fuzzy? Yeah. That's funny. We're doing good. I just got back from sunny Miami.
Nice.
Sifa's going on vacation soon, so we're in just kind of like a flux right now of like in, out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Miami's crazy.
Oh, to Miami.
I literally, remember that song, who was it, LMFAO? I'm
Yeah.
in Miami, bitch.
Yeah.
I literally just said that to my friend as soon as I got in the city of limits of Miami. I'm just like, hey. But,
Oh gosh, I'm
besides
super
that,
excited.
everything's good. What's going on with you?
Well, I just got home, obviously.
Successful grocery trip?
Yes. Just, I wanted to get some stuff for Christmas. I didn't want to try to go out tomorrow or Christmas Eve, so.
Oh yeah, I definitely feel
I'm
that.
done.
Yeah. Are you decorating the house and all that stuff? Do you guys go far out for everything?
Well, you know, if I had the time and the energy, I would. We do as good as we can, and we were lucky because we just moved last week.
Oh.
Okay. Whoa.
We did it super fast, and then we had to put up a Christmas tree, and we were able to get it all done good enough. to
Yeah.
make-
Nice.
At least feel satisfied. You know, I would love to have the perfect house.
Right.
Perfect Christmas house. Perfect any house, but, you know, I had to let that go.
Do you have any like special like Christmas traditions like for that's kind of like a family thing? I'm curious because I've never like celebrated Christmas, so I like hearing about other people's like Christmases and like kind of living vicariously through it. You know what I mean?
Well, one thing that we did growing up that we do with our kids is doing one present on Christmas Eve. You get to open one.
Okay.
And I don't want to say it too loud, but usually it's like pajamas or something, like a game or something that, you know.
Like an
Not the
appetizer.
good stuff. Yeah, not
Yeah.
the good stuff. Appetizer. Yeah.
Appetizer present.
And,
Get the palate watery.
yeah, exactly. And,
Right.
And just like, you know, normal stuff. I feel like I'm pretty normal. I call myself a mutt because I grew up in New England, but I have half my family's from the South, you know, and my family kind of just decided to spread all out over the United States. So I feel like we've got a lot of normal traditions, you know.
I don't know what is normal though. Like what does that word
Whatever's
even
on
mean?
TV, obviously, duh.
Yeah. Whatever's on NBC is what's
Yeah,
normal.
whatever is PG-13 rated or whatever.
Home Alone.
No, just normal stuff, you know, especially once you have kids. Really, you just want to have everybody to be happy,
Right.
no complaints, all together, and, you know, good luck with that. But try. You got to start with yourself, and man.
Well, that's the beautiful thing I feel like about the holidays is like there is like, especially with Christmas, there is so much like commercialism and like consumerism kind of baked into it now. But like at the end of the day, it's really just about spending time with people that you care about.
Yeah.
That's really the same thing with Thanksgiving. It's like whatever you want to say about like the actual holiday or the meaning of it, whatever. It's like you're getting the whole family together. You're having a good time. You're having good vibes. You're having a good meal. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be deeper than that, really.
Right. Yeah, that's the best part.
Also, for me personally, you guys know that I'm a little bit extra, so any excuse to dress up, you can't really see it. But I've been wearing like the Christmas hat for
You
like
see the hat, yeah.
And I'm a super huge Office nerd fan, so I've got like all kinds of Office Christmas shirts. You can't see it, of course, but I have one with like Dwight knocking over the Christmas tree. And,
Classic.
Now, every holiday for me, I want to dress up. I'll dress up all month long, even if it's just like trying to pull some colors in.
Yeah.
You know, and then of course, on my own thing with the Christmas music, that's my own personal tradition. I've got to hear the Christmas songs that I sung, you know, doing caroling growing up and in the choir. One reason I suggested the Handel's Messiah, which everybody knows Hallelujah chorus. But for me, I got to sing the whole Messiah with the choir for UConn campus because my high school was on the campus of University of Connecticut. And for years, we would sing Hallelujah chorus and maybe like a song or two out of the Messiah. And then when I was a senior, I was in not just the regular chorus, I was in like a special chorus on top of it. And we got to sing with those university singers and do the whole thing with like the instruments and everything, you know, like really well directed or conducted. And it's just like that to me, I have to hit that one every year.
Right. You're like, that's a must.
And then all the little caroling things. Because I used to, when I was real little in chorus, we used to go caroling all the time.
Right.
So, you know.
Wait, so my brain is still on something that you said earlier. So your high school was within the campus of UConn?
Yeah, it was right like in the middle of the UConn campus in Connecticut.
That's so interesting. Did you need like a UConn like student ID to go to the high school and stuff? Like
no, because it's spread out. It's just like in the town.
Oh, because it's a
big. Like the majority of the part of the campus is in one area, which was really close to my high school.
Right.
Okay. It's a really small school, really small town. I mean, you probably know New England.
Go Huskies.
Really Go Huskies, that's right. Yeah, so, you know, I have a lot of love for those kind of traditions. Like, and I really love that, like, old-timey, like, 1900s Victorian kind of, like, Dickens kind of Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys get into Doctor Who way back when.
No, I wasn't.
Super Doctor Who nerd, too, and anything with that old-timey Christmas.
Yeah.
My sister loves that era. That old, like, A Tale of Two Cities and, like, Scrooge. I mean, like, she loves that time, but I like it more towards the late 40s. So I'm stuck in that era. So I'll watch. It
depends on which holiday, because I was a history major in college because I love history. So for Christmas, I love that Dickens era, but I'm a World War II history.
Yeah.
Same.
I love it.
Don't ever get me started, please.
Don't even get me started on Iwo Jima.
I don't remember things well, but I remember enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I'm going to be annoying. Like, I'll have half my facts right. So, anyway.
Hey, it's better than none of them, right? But Paul has a question for you. He wants to know if you've seen the UK Office with Ricky.
I have. Honestly, I watched that so long ago. I really need to go back and watch it. It's been way too long. But yes, of course. Of course.
I've heard, I haven't seen the UK. I've seen bits and pieces of it. Like, I've seen, like, highlights on YouTube or whatever. But I've heard, that the first season of the US Office is more similar to the UK version. It was more, like, dry, right? Is that true? Or am I, like, getting that wrong? Do you know? Or am I just making this up?
Especially the first few episodes. I think even the first 2 episodes were almost, like, exactly the same.
Oh, okay.
But see, these are things where I know most of the facts because I'm a super nerd and I listen to the Office Ladies podcast and stuff. Like, so I'm getting all the details, but I'm forgetting half of them. And which ones I remember, you know, it's like here or there. That's why I'm not the best to like when I suggest a song, I'm like, well, I might remember a fact or two, but I am a super fan just as much as all these people who know everything. I can't remember.
I feel that. Wait, what podcast? The people from The Office have a podcast?
So Jenna Fisher, who plays Pam, and
Yeah.
Angela Kinsey, who plays Angela, they've been doing it for the past few years. They do every episode. But also Kevin has one. I can't think of his name, but he has his own. I've not listened to that.
I didn't even know that.
I love the girls so much. They're
Yeah.
so cute together.
That's cool. I didn't even know that. You know what
Wow.
other show I've been
Yeah,
getting
Audible.
into their
There's a
podcast?
lot of
Have you seen
podcasts.
the? I don't know. Well, I don't know if you watch the show. Do you watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I've
Oh,
watched a lot, of course.
Have you seen their podcast at all?
No,
Oh, it's
no,
great.
because I feel like I need to watch every single episode to otherwise they're gonna spoil something for me.
Oh my gosh.
Because
that
that's one
show.
of those that we keep for like when we really have nothing else. We'll go ahead and catch up on
Yeah.
seasons that we haven't watched
Well,
when
it's
we're
so
in that mood, you know.
it's so cool because so like that one is like Glenn, Charlie, and Rob like every time, and then they'll have like other people come in and out. Like they'll have Cricket or they'll have Sweet D come on. And the last episode that they just put out like 2 days ago was the first one where Danny DeVito came on.
Oh wow! I
And,
bet that was fun.
And Danny DeVito, and they barely were even talking about Sonny. It was
Recordings?
Danny DeVito was just talking about like all these crazy old stories from when he like started acting. Like that guy's the man. He's the best.
Oh man.
Oh, I would love to listen to him. Well, I've brought up that I love Joey Diaz. I listen to a lot of comedian podcasts. Like anybody who's having a good time in life. I'm there.
Let me tell you something, dog. Let me tell you about Joey Diaz, dog. This guy, he's fucking been around, okay? Back in 1983, he was spying crack from a dude on 52nd Street. And he got mugged. Yo, everyone watching, if you don't know who Joey Diaz is, this dude is crazy. He's the best.
Just look up compilations of his best work. I mean, that'll give you another 5 years of life.
Yeah, no, he's the best.
He's a national treasure. He's so blunt and honest, and I would love to have dinner with him.
Oh man, he's such
My
a
God,
funny comedian.
If I could eat, oh my God, I'd be like snorting stuff out my nose.
This guy,
There he is.
yeah, Joey.
There he is.
Hey, he's such a G. Joey's such a G. He's like sometimes some things make you think that like God just really has a plan for people, and I feel like God really had a plan for him because there's no reason he should be alive.
Yeah, I feel like if I was a praying person, I'd pray for him every day because I worry about him. He starts talking and he reminds me of my granny with the smoker's laugh. That when you get that like,
Yeah.
you start going and you sound like a truck revving or something, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, their lungs are gonna bust, and you know, I still smoke, but not cigarettes. Anyway,
Same. I mean,
Yeah.
no, I don't.
No,
I mean, what? I plead the fifth.
I don't even know what these guys are talking about.
Yeah.
but I try to take it easy because man, your lungs are what give you life, and we got to take care of them.
That's so
Eat
true.
more peas. Peas are good for your lungs.
I
That's what I've
love
heard.
peas, but nobody else does. They need
I know.
to get on.
I know. A little black pepper, a little butter, a little salt. You could just make
Wait.
your peas like that.
Who else? I'm trying to think of a comedian that I feel like Amber definitely. Do you like Theo Vaughn?
Of course. Well, I sent that video. Remember?
Oh,
Theo.
okay. I knew it subconsciously in my head. I was like Amber, Theo. Okay, that makes sense. So you're about the whole crew and the Tom Segura's and the Burts and the whole comedy crew. Do you watch Bad
Yeah.
Friends?
I don't think so. What's it on Netflix?
No, it's a podcast. It's Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino. It's my favorite podcast. I've seen every single
Oh,
episode.
Bobby Lee's funny.
Yeah. You should.
Bobby Lee and Theo Vaughn.
Oh yeah, them together, they're crazy.
But of course, you know, I got into all these guys through like Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a whole.
I found a lot of there, or just
rabbit
watching
hole.
stuff on Netflix. Oh, and man, you know who I really got into was Jordan Peterson. Not to get like political or into anything, but
Yeah.
man, I even liked listening to his like biblical talks. I just love how he thinks, and he's talking and thinking at the same time. And that's people I want to listen to and be around. People who are sharing stories, people who are thinking and not being closed-minded, and you know, especially anything talking about music.
Right.
You know,
That's why podcasts are just the best. It's so much better than doing like
free chat.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
like we had in school, like in English class, when you could, you know, just write free essays on whatever, and then talk with your friend. You know, just have free chat, and the teacher let you get into conversations. Those were always so fun and engaging. And
Right. And it's like it's
know,
funny when you think of
learn
how
a lot.
it go, like on like the talk show, it's like, here, come on to my talk show, and we're gonna not even actually look at each other because there's an audience. But what do we got? Oh, we got
Jordan Peterson.
But then they come on the talk show and they talk for like 8 minutes of like pre-recorded questions, and it's like this podcast and like even what we're doing right now is just so much better than that.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
maybe we should start doing podcasts with people in.
I would love to do a podcast bringing people in to talk once in a while. Like, we can do different topics. We can, maybe we can have discussion topics. I don't know. Like, let's say we watch a movie and then we discuss.
You could have panelists.
Yeah.
Like, okay, whoever's just like a super fan of certain things, like maybe I could be one for like Tool or something like that. And they're like, here's Amber, the person who only knows 50% of the facts.
Like we do.
No,
I got a new.
I'm so proud of you. I feel like you've learned so much, and what you can retain, and the things that you pick up and know how to like express. Like, I'm like, ugh. Sometimes, like, I feel like sometimes I can enunciate what I'm thinking and feeling from a music, but a lot of times I'm just like, I should have got more music theory education, because I wish I knew what this thing was, especially with guitar, because I never took guitar. And there's so many like cool things that I know is beyond just a riff. Like, what do you call this? I've learned a lot from Rick Beato. That's another good one to listen to.
Yeah,
Rick
we were just
Beato
talking
is the
about
man.
him.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
is
yeah.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got so much enthusiasm. Just all these people who are excited about life and the best parts of life. That's what I'm into.
Absolutely, and that's what, you know, it's funny, like, because we're obviously and you've been following us for a while, so you know we've been branching out and doing all kinds of stuff, but it's like at the end of the day, like, if we're not having fun doing it and enjoying doing it, then it's like we shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, that's all it comes down to. Like the podcast, like this, like, it's just so fun. Like, we are generally having such a good time, and I feel like that's why people like watching it, because you can tell that we're having fun, right? Like,
Absolutely.
we're not just like, oh yeah, let's just go listen to another
And
whatever
we can
song.
tell
Like,
when you're confused by things or when you're not into things, you know? And that's okay, because there's been things that I love today that I hated. You've even said it, Sifa. That was boys' music. It took me a long time to get like me.
Yeah, like Alice in Chains.
Like, you know, there are things that it's going to take a few times, but you're glad that you heard them, because you probably would have never heard them if it wasn't for this, and I know I wouldn't have.
That's so true.
No way.
yeah, there's so many artists that we've been introduced to from this channel that, like, I just can't imagine we ever would have really gotten into or heard of it all. I mean, sometimes heard of it all, but sometimes it's like people that we really maybe already had knew of, but then this makes us just like actually become like big fans of them. Like, for me, Chicago is like number one. Like, I had always heard of Chicago.
I've become more of a Chicago fan through the React. Yeah,
Definitely.
Right?
I mean, they're incredible. How could you not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some songs that I'm way into more, especially when they're really singing good. They got the harmonies good and a good bass. I love bass.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wasn't really paying attention. I was like, in the beginning, I was like, people were like, oh, they were much better here than here. And I'm like, it's horns, right? It's horns in music. Like, how could they tell? But now it's like, you can really, really tell the eras, you know?
Well, it's all because of Terry Kath. The underrated GOAT.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and until I got into reaction videos, I didn't know Peter Cetera. Like, I knew his voice. I didn't know he was from Chicago. But, like, you start to hear it more, and you're like, oh, yeah. You know? Like,
That
you
was...
start going back in time, and you're remembering, like, all these sounds are coming together, but you're hearing it, like, on different stations, and there's, like, the classic rock kind of sounds, and then there's the poppy, easy listening kind of
100%.
sounds. Like, oh, yeah, all this goes together.
That happened to Sifa right when we started the Chicago reactions. Do you want to tell a story of me? Because
No, you can tell it. You can tell it.
It made me laugh the way, like, one of the first ones that we did it. We were listening to Chicago, and it was a Cetera song, and Sifa was just like, "This is the guy." Like, this is that guy. And I'm just like, what guy? Like, the guy from Karate Kid with the Karate Kid song. And I'm just like, is it really? And we looked it up. We're like, it is the guy. Like, he is the guy.
It cannot not be him.
There's probably people that have similar sounds that do more, like, backing vocals and stuff. But I don't think there's anybody that has lead vocals with a voice like his.
It's so distinctive.
Very distinctive. So it's yeah, it's so cool. And again, it's like the same idea, but with other artists. I did a lot of work where I drove a lot, so I had hours and hours of time. listening to the radio. I listen to a lot of classic rock in the South, a lot of Southern classic rock channels and rock channels. And so I feel like there's a lot of artists I know well, but I've never sat and listened to an album, the whole album. You think you know all the songs, and then you're like, man, I thought I knew all the best ones, but the best ones weren't even played on the radio.
Right.
And it doesn't, like, one that I really got into through reactions is Yes. Because you listen to Yes in an album, what an impact.
Well, there are so many songs that I didn't even know I knew.
Yeah, because there's so many great songs and so many new great songs happening. And again, with the memory, like you have to, like, especially like when we're trying to tell you our favorites, there's like so many more that I heard so many years ago that I really liked back then and will never come back into my brain again unless I hear it somewhere.
Yeah, it's hard to pick favorites and stuff like that. I was on Instagram the other day, and then the Doors came up, and they were like, "What's your favorite Doors song?" And I was just like, "Well, today it's Indian Summer." Like, and I looked in the comments, and a lot of people were saying that, like, "Well, right now it's blah blah blah," because you can't really pick your favorite. It just depends what mood you're in at that moment. Artist, guitarist, like, you know, singer.
Depends on how much rage I have.
Yeah.
You know, depends on. You know.
Do you still feel like a rat in a cage?
Sometimes. We just lost Smashing Pumpkins in June.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah?
It was fun. Yeah. It was a good show.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Awesome.
I miss them. I saw, like, on my phone that Smashing Pumpkins are playing at MSG, and I was like, oh, shit, when is that? And it was literally the day that I saw the thing.
Wow.
I was like, oh, yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it. Sorry.
All the time.
My cousin's been begging us to do a Smashing Pumpkins podcast. That's my cousin on our Sight After Dark Instagram. That's like, please do Smashing Pumpkins. Like, maybe.
I think it would be good. They just put a new album out last year. Did you guys hear any of that?
No, didn't hear any of it. Oh, I think it would be cool to probably on the Music Maniacs channel see if we can do a poll and ask people like which podcast should we do live. We'll probably pick one like a few times a year and do like an artist podcast live where people could right? We could send people the links like this and then also have it live too where people could just chat like with us.
That could be cool.
So cool, especially for all DAPA people who are super collectors and have like just the stuff that they send you. Imagine what they have at home.
That's
you
true.
Know, they could be like, my collection, you know, and you could be like, oh my gosh, that's one yet, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, even just earlier, Jade was showing us some of his Zappa stuff. I'm like, I didn't even know this existed. This is insane.
Exactly.
Boots breakers.
Yeah, like the stuff they'll never let go of, you know, like here's your time to show and tell. And I really think a lot of people would like that. You know?
And we could revisit the artists we did.
Also, you want to show it off, you know.
I think that'll be fun. Just drop my phone.
Yeah. Well, I will let you guys go. I do have to like do something for dinner so we can eat tonight. But
what are you eating? What are you eating? What are you eating?
I'm just gonna do frozen pizzas.
Okay.
Nice.
Yum, yum, yum. It's Thursday. It's almost weekend. That's right.
I know. Well, I just bought a bunch of cookie stuff to make because we were going to make a bunch of cookies for Santa. Okay. Hopefully.
Nice.
I am the most eager baker, and I've even worked at a bakery, and I am the worst baker. I always put out nailed it. And I have the best intentions. I really want to make like the best art, you know.
Absolutely.
It tastes good, but it never looks good.
Oh, okay. Well, no, that's fine. That's fine. I was like, no, you don't strike me as the type of person that can't measure out stuff and like cook it. It's just the designs. That's fine.
It's just like it's an absent-minded thing. Like I don't know. I'll do something wrong.
Yeah, I don't care if my cookie's face is melting off. If it tastes good, then I don't mind what it looks like.
Right. Well, thanks so much for being here. This was so much fun. Like, I'm so glad that we're doing this now, and like, we're obviously, like we said every time, we're doing this. We're gonna do this again, like once every month. So you know, we'll be able to do this again at some point. So thanks again.
Yeah,
this was so much fun.
Have a good one.
You too, Berg.
Tell Santa I said hi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hi guys.
Aw, that was sweet.
That was so fun. This was such a good time. I can't believe we're already an hour and a half in.
Yeah.
It really just flew by.
This one never gets old for me either. Uncle Chaz, the Soft Parade. My favorite door. So that's definitely up there. It's one of my favorites. I just saw that there.
Yeah.
And the music, when the music's over. Sorry.
That might be one of my, yeah. I can't say it's my favorite, but it's definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah, it depends on how I'm feeling that moment. They should have made a Christmas song, The Doors. Santa Claus is coming. I see him there in a red hat with a red axe. Right? He would have said something else.
His boot marks track through the snow.
Run, run, Santa.
Run, Miss Claus. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and say we should start to wrap this up because we're getting a little loopy.
Get your
my stomach
reindeer.
is yelling at me. But this was so
Hoops
fun.
and paws. Okay.
Oh man, this was so fun, guys. Thanks again for being here. Like I think we keep saying, Santa, yes son, I want to kill you. We're gonna be doing this once a month. All right, so if you guys are in the higher tiers that didn't make it in this time for whatever camera difficulties or whatever, we'll have another chance, more chances to do this. So it's not like this is a missed opportunity or anything. I don't want no one think about this as a missed opportunity. It's all good stuff.
Yeah.
So thanks again so much for being here, guys. We hope you all have a happy holiday. Happy holiday?
That's for Easter.
We hope you guys have a happy holiday. Yeah, we're going to be doing whatever album wins. Like we were saying, it's 50-50 right now. So you got to vote for something if you haven't already. And we're going to be doing it on Christmas Day at some point. So we'll let you know. So we'll be checking in with you guys on Christmas. And I think that's it for now. Mm-hmm. So thanks again, everyone.
Bye, guys.
We're
See
Sign
ya.
After Dark. And we're signing off.
Later.
After Dark.
Bye, guys.